Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to the collective today. This is the Golden Flame Tarot. So, I already have the cards picked, and I had no plan of doing a recording today, but while I was journaling the energy that I was picking up since morning, uh, I I felt there's someone who needs to listen to this, and someone who probably could use this reading today. Okay, so I have been picking up a masculine energy who is probably in their hermit phase, or who probably has been connected to you in the past through either a partnership, relationship, could be your ex-lover, husband, wife, whoever was in the masculine energy. Now, this could be a male or a female who was portraying more of a masculine energy. Okay, so I have my notes as well as my cards. Let me tell you what I have found. Okay, so the very first card that came out was the Two of Swords, which tells me that in the past this person could have had a choice which could be to choose themselves or to choose the societal programming. And they were emotionally numb because they were looking for this perfect option or perfect solution which could land in, let's say, the outcome that they were looking for, and they were unable to see the truth because they were blindfolded. They were keeping their emotions aside, and it also tells me that they were scared, they were fearful that what if their choice was leading to an outcome which could either give them pain or also could sound like very unconventional. They were struggling to either chase some title, let's say the best son, the best daughter, or whatever might be the title that they had created, the illusion that they had created. They were unwilling to let it go, and they were stuck between these two choices because they wanted to make a choice which could give them rewards for their investments. And the second card that I got was the Knight of Swords, which also tells me that this person could have been emotionally insensitive when they were having conversations with you. They could have kept their empathetic side aside, and all the conversations were one-sided, mostly very defensive, or wanting to win the argument. Someone who wanted to control the narrative, wanted to control how you showed up in the society or how you were being seen. Okay, they were very conscious about how the whole narrative was. They wanted to have this upper hand to say that I'm the man or I'm the woman in this relationship. Look at this person, they have been chasing me, they love me so much. So they wanted to control the whole narrative of the relationship in itself. And I also feel that they might have used very toxic language which could have led you to feel betrayed emotionally. You could have also felt very difficult to comprehend what is happening, because initially they might have been the one who came in with the proposal, but when you asked for more, they were unable to keep it up with you. Now, the next card that I got was the Three of Pentacles, which added to the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, because it seems like there is a third party, and there's a third party that they rely on for some kind of emotional need, financial need, whatever it might be. I somewhere feel this could be a mother figure also, who has been counseling this person to make the choice that is like the right choice, which was the Two of Swords, right? So they could be behaving like a Knight of Swords or an immature person because of this person's influence, and probably though they were controlling over them. I also feel that because of these two partnership, you felt like you were the outsider and you were not welcome. It felt like you were not heard, and probably they were also comparing, there was some guilt tripping, they were changing the narrative. It felt like only you were building the relationship and they both were set to break this, right? So that's what I see. And probably this third party try to control how you both show up in the relationship as well. There was no equal give and take per se. And with your person, this masculine was also given options, like with the seven of cups. I feel like this mother figure, parental figure, or any third party who was there, they were giving them options of illusion that there are so many options in front of you, why don't you make this choice if you chase this goal. So they were given a lot of options to choose from, and they gave sufficient reasoning to say why you're not the right choice. Okay. And probably your person felt overwhelmed by so many options. They did not know what to choose, or they felt the grass is greener on the other side. Okay. Now, the next card that I have is the King of Wands, which also tells me that because of the number of options that were present in front of them, or whatever this controlling figure was in their life was showing, they could have showed up as a very arrogant person. They could have emotionally dominated you, could have led into a lot of violence as well. It could have led into emotional infidelity. So this person was becoming the leader without even listening to what your needs are, and they were pursuing without even being the persuader. Okay. So they could have created a lot of restlessness around you. They were always having some or the other passion to chase. So in the past, like, they could have made you feel like giving you commitment meant that there is a lot of loss that they have to incur, and they were unwilling to let go of their desires, and their goals mattered more than the relationship in itself. Now, this is what was the reason why I felt that reading is important. Okay. The next card that I got was the Temperance card. So seems like this masculine has now started recognizing their patterns and they seek balance. Okay. There has been something that has led to them recognizing that there is a need for emotional maturity if in case they need to build a relationship, because whatever they were chasing or choosing over the relationship or emotions has stopped giving them the satisfaction that used to give in the past. It just feels like another chase, same cycle repeating again and again. Now they want to have some emotional maturity. Seems like this person has been sitting with themselves and trying to understand why all the relationships are failing. And I think from what I am picking up, this person has recognized that this third party is the reason for all their losses. Okay. And right now they are trying to learn how to be in love without controlling, how to show up, take responsibility, and be there for you, be there for themselves as well, because in the past they were expecting you to be the provider, protector, and they were just existing in the relationship. Now they come to realize like what is the role that they could have played in order to have sustained this relationship. Okay. So the next card that I get is the Knight of Swords, which tells me that this person is also improving their communication. They are conquering their leadership style. They are turning towards emotional leadership. So this person really wants to lead from their heart, align with their soul, and they want to be present. They want to be gentle. They want to lead from their heart instead of using their intelligence. If they were overusing their intelligence as a defense mechanism, now they want to be vulnerable. They are learning how to communicate their vulnerability, because they have come to recognize that the very first step to build a relationship is to be willing to be vulnerable, and how to first be vulnerable, at the same time how to be there for someone when the other person is vulnerable. So this person is work in progress and is being prepared. Okay, now I love this card. The Justice is the next card that I received. So with the Justice, what I come to realize is how this is turning out is that this person is one wanting to give you justice for all that they have put you through, because it seems like to me you're the only person who looked at their potential, who was willing to invest in their potential, and who was wanting them to be happy or content from deep within, and hence they want to do justice to this relationship, because it has been eating them up, it has been troubling them for the longest time. They are not happy with the choices that they have made, and the reason I say that is they are in the hermit phase, because they are sitting with themselves to understand the pain that they have caused, the pain that they have caused not just to you but to themselves by causing you that pain, and they are trying to understand they're like all wounds that they come with, because they feel like, at this point in time they don't know what is the next step, they don't know what they need to do, they don't know how to have a conversation with you, how to show up for you. Should they just come in and test the waters? Will you be okay with the consequences, or should they, if they are to have a mature conversation, how does that look like? What does the apology look like? What does coming to you and having a conversation looks like? So they are feeling very lost at this point, and they're trying to figure out their own self. They are being led to their own soul, so they're working on themselves at this time. Okay, now the next card that I get is the Magician card, which also tells me that this person who has gone through the spiritual awakening is now trying to get that strength and courage to create with intentions. They really want to now align their actions towards, let's say the intention is now to build a relationship with you, so they need to show up a certain way. So they are trying to show up through their actions by let's say how to be responsible, how to take accountability. So they are working on their accountability, and they're working on their authority. They are recognizing that authority does not mean being in control, but leading the way through heart, being there for somebody. So they are now alchemizing that relationship in itself. Okay, the next card that I get is the King of Cups, which also tells me that this person is maturing emotionally. They are learning how to regulate their own emotions. If they had, obviously if the third party was the mother figure, then there was a lot of parental wounds, like the mother wound, father not showing up the way they were expected to show up, not having a man in their life. So they are looking at their inner wounds, and they are learning how to first regulate them, which means that in the past, if they were aggressive or if they were adamant, right now they are learning how to calm themselves down without depending on another person, because in the past they were throwing a lot of tantrums at you, or probably you were the punch back for them, right? They're trying to undo that, or they're trying to, because they have to show up to you in the right way. Now the Knight of Wands here tells me, especially because it's after the King of Cups, is that they recognize that if they show up immature or if they take any action which is immature, it could lead into a lot of negative consequences, and hence they are unwilling to do that. They recognize that this is going to be painful to them, and they feel that now is not the time for them to take any immature actions. Now, coming to you, Divine Feminine. Okay, I think you are a high priestess who is already aware of all this that is going on. You have been observing, you have been identifying what's been happening around you. You have been picking up the conflicts that is happening with them, the kind of arguments that they're going through, the conflict with, like, the power of struggles that they're going through, and also how all the desires that they were choosing is not giving them the satisfaction that they need. So you're someone probably who is also a tarot reader, and you're aware of your yin yang energy. You solely rely on your intuition. Okay. Oh, before that, I also have the Fool card. I think the Fool card came in immediately after the Three of Swords, which tells me that this masculine is willing to take that leap of faith towards this relationship or what makes them emotionally content. Okay, this masculine is very soon coming forward with an offer, and they want to experience the emotional journey instead of controlling the relationship itself. And I think you're aware of that also because you're the high priestess. Okay, right now you're sitting in the Queen of Pentacles energy, which tells me that you are very down to earth. You have accomplished a lot, and you're probably the person who has found their home within. Okay, you have been on your own journey. You have created, that you are the amazing nurturer you can be. With regard to this person, you've also forgiven them. You understand it was the circumstances and the situations that made the person, it is not their true self. So you have forgiven them. You have compartmentalized or differentiated the actions, consequences, influences, and how programming could have impacted the person's behavior. And you're in a position where you know your self-worth, you're happy with yourself, and you're in the receptive energy. Now, the most beautiful card, and probably before I tell that, the Fool card, where the person is going to take action. I think it's going to be in 3 months' time. Look out for November. They might reach out. They might start the conversations in terms of taking responsibility for their actions, and it is going to lead to a 10 of Cups. Though this is the reason why I wanted to share this reading today, is because you're going to have your happily ever after with this person as long as you both are content within yourselves and you both get into mutual respect. If you're at the age where you can have child or you can adopt, whatever might be the situation, then you might have children. Or if you're in a later stage of life, then probably you will have a purpose to fulfill together. Could be servicing the society, but you are going to have your wish fulfillment. You're going to be very happy with each other, and this person is going to step up and be what they're supposed to be. Okay, now to clarify this 10 of Cups, I pulled few cards. The first card that came was 8 of Wands, which tells me that soon after they show up in your life, things are going to be very fast. Probably the next 8 months is going to be like since November until 8 months, let's say next October or September is going to be the time frame. 8 months from November is going to be August, sometime August. Sorry about that. July, August. Yeah. by then is when you're going to get your commitment, or see that it is leading towards commitment. The first 8 months is going to be clearing the air, setting new foundation. It's all going to be so quick. It might feel a little rushed to you, but trust your instincts at that time and go forward with it. Okay, because I have the sun cards, which tells me that both of you will have the opportunity to create the future that you really want to build. And I have again the 3 of Wands. 3 tells me that this is going to surely happen in 3 months time. And you're planning, working on the future. The 3 of Wands also tells me that there could be a travel, or probably you will meet them in a location that is not your local locality. You might meet them on a trip. It might be a coincidence, or it could be a planned trip as well. But in 3 months time, start looking for this relationship to take a new turn, and very soon you're going to hear from them. Have an open mind. First listen, don't react, don't respond. Listen, see if they're coming up as the King of Swords, King of Cups, or in the King energy, which is going to help you build that connection again. Okay, this is all I have for you today. I wish you all the very best. If you like my content, please like, share, comment, and tell your friends. Thank you so much.